What you call is Halloween? Father time.
What's the scariest thing? Mortality. Anyway, welcome to the Rambles, everyone. That's how we're going to start the show today. It's Halloween. It's Halloween.
That's the day to really reflect on the fact we're all going to die and nothing is permanent.
That's true. And also candy.
And candy.
Yeah. There's a certain, for kids, candy. For adults, impending despair. It really, trick or treat. That's the way it just rolls over.
What'd you get me for Halloween? Existential dread. I always got existential.
Extra stational dread?
Extra stational.
Extra space station dread.
Ooh.
Judge Dredd on a space station. Ooh. Tell us which Deep Space Nine character Judge Dredd would kill today in the comments. That's our question that nobody ever answers. So welcome to the Rambles. This is a special Halloween edition. It's coming out on a Thursday. Big fingers crossed on that in case something happens and it doesn't come out. But if it's not, then it's Friday. And you missed Halloween. What are you doing? Take your costume off, you weirdo. But if it's not that, and it is Thursday, and it is Halloween, it's okay to wear a costume. It's cool. Wear a cape. Get a cape on. You should wear a cape today at work.
I followed that.
You could, dramatically go up to people and be like, oh, ha, ha, do these batches, and then escape
oh my God!
into the rafters.
I'll go as the Ghost of Christmas Past, and I'll have a cape, and I'll have a sign that says, "Heroes work here," or "Heroes wear capes."
Yeah,
and I'll be like, COVID.
Oh, that's the worst costume. We do have a Santa outfit though, so you could be the Ghost of Christmas Past if you wanted to.
He's not the Ghost of Christmas Past.
No, but I'm saying you could theme it more Christmassy.
Ghost of Christmas Past is a little angely tiny girl. I've seen him up at Christmas Carol.
Yeah. I'm gonna go as Marley.
The best one.
Cover myself in chains.
That should be your actual question. Which is the best creepy Christmas movie? Is it Muppet Christmas Carol or Scrooged?
Okay, well you didn't say Nightmare Before Christmas, which is where I thought you were
going to go.
It's not
a Christmas Carol movie.
It's true. It's just a Christmas Halloween movie. Scrooged is pretty good, but I gotta go Muppets with me. I think Muppets. I love Muppets. When I went to Disney World, I was really disappointed because Rizzo's pizza place was shut down for repairs, and that was one of the two things I wanted to do.
It's been shut down ever since.
Oh no, is it really?
It's still shut down.
Why?
Yeah, it's so sad. That area is so neglected.
It is really. It's like they bought the Muppets and then went, I don't know. You want to do the live show thing? Stand up for it this time. Who cares? I don't know.
You want to have this Muppet 3D thing where all the movies from the 90s?
Yeah. Muppets 3D. Your parents will make you ride this ride. And you'll go, oh, God.
I do make my kids ride that ride.
It's true. It's true.
So what we got going on?
We got
events.
Was Rizzo the original Ratatouille?
Hey,
yeah. Ratatouille ripped off Rizzo. That's why. They don't want to cross-mingle the streams.
Rats.
Yeah, the rat stream. They want to make a rat king out of them. We have some events going on. You also have an event piece of paper as well.
Oh, hey. I don't have to look at yours.
Yeah, get out of my... trying to cheat off my paper. So, let's go through some events real fast. On Saturday, November 2nd, at 9 to 6 is the Gaming for Tommy Thomas and Extra Life. I'm going to read the little blurb here. We're honoring our friend Tom Thomas in a way that his D&D village should, by gaming and doing good works. His life was one of service, so we're going to game for service for children on Extra Life Day 2024. If you don't know what Extra Life is, it's a charity. They do all kinds of stuff around the country, maybe around the world, actually. I don't know if they're international or not. But they raise money for a lot of children in hospitals, at risk, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So it's a really cool thing. We'll put the donation link in the comments, and I'll actually remember to do it this time because it matters.
You don't want to say all the / hyphens and .orgs?
Yeah, everyone go to https:// I remember when commercials used to have to do that because no one knew how the internet worked. You don't have to say www anymore. Commercials, just stop. And political campaigns, just stop. Well, I guess they're aimed at seniors. So anyway, there's $10 for a ticket.
Political campaigns. You'll be dead soon, so vote for this horrible person that will destroy the world.
Put something in office and then leave. Thanks.
Vote tomorrow because it's not your problem.
Yeah, vote today, tomorrow, for a year you won't see. Happy Halloween. Go vote, by the way. That's the telling you to go vote. Go get your early voting in. I went the other day, and it's actually pretty fast, but there was a lot of people. The lady said that there were more people who have early voted now than have voted in Georgia. It's crazy.
A vote for Rizzo the Rat is a vote for freedom.
Go vote Rizzo. Write-in candidate Rizzo the Rat.
Vote Rizzo to reopen the pizza parlor in
Please.
Movie Studios?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's it called?
I
love Disney. Movie?
Well,
for some reason I was coming ahead as MGM because that's what it used to be called. Yeah. Hollywood Studios.
Yeah. Vote. Bring Rizzo back. So we've got a very somber episode of the Rambles today. So there's $10 for one slot ticket, $20 for two slots, or $25 for all day. It's D&D. I should have mentioned that somewhere in the top of this.
Ooh, do you know if they're using the new edition or the old edition?
I don't know. Maybe offsite correspondent Ryan will look up if this is the new or old edition on the event page and let us know later in the show. He's our guy like Joe Rogan we can just yell at. We're like, hey, Google, do squirrels have lips? And
Funny you go Joe Rogan's do podcasts, whereas I watch, Kelly and Mark and Kelly. So he's the Guzman.
Oh, the Gusby, yeah.
What's his name? Guzman? Gelman. He's Gelman. Oh my God, I'm so bad at names today.
That's all right.
Gelman.
No,
The producer. He's the producer.
You don't know what we're talking about anyway. You're just here for us to knock over a box at some point by accident, which will happen. This is all very precarious.
I've been knocking it over. Anyway, what's next?
Next up, well, there's a November Gigabytes 40K RTT that's sold out.
Oh my God, I totally want to sign up for that.
Well, you can't. Too bad. Should have, but you didn't. This is mostly a reminder if you did sign up to go play it. And there sometimes our registration can open up a couple of slots if people don't show up, so it's possible. But also just go see some cool armies.
It's Halloween. Sometimes people die.
That's true. Spooky dookies. Have you watched Agatha All Along?
I have not watched the final yet.
Oh!
Don't ruin it.
Well, I don't want to spoil it because it literally just came out.
Yeah.
But I will say I was right about so many things. No one believed me. Believe your local comic nerd. And then, David, you're going to be excited to partially commit to this and then not go to it. The November Warhammer Old World Tournament.
Ooh!
On November 16th. It's tickets are NA, which I don't know if we copied the wrong thing on that.
Tickets are not applicable right
they're
now.
not applicable.
Please show up.
But what's important is it's a 2,000-point tournament, and I need you to read that last sentence there for you. That's on the description.
Wood Elf players, please remember to bring your own wood.
You won't be able to borrow it.
Yeah, don't borrow somebody else's wood.
I assume that means like wildwood terrain. Like, don't just bring a big piece of driftwood and just slam it down on the table and be like.
And if you don't have your own wood, bring some sheep, because I've got wood for sheep. That's a Catan joke.
Yeah. I was trying to think of how to spin it into a Minecraft joke for the millennials, but I don't know if that is you can turn wood to sheep. I don't know. Jack Black could just be doing stuff at this point.
Awful.
And the last one, a surprise write-in candidate, is the Fall Artist Market and Blood Drive. I don't think they should let Blood drive.
Blood.
Because I can't write.
Blood, yeah.
I can't write well.
That was a Germanic one.
It's November 16th, 10 to 3. There's going to be Artist Alley, so all the local artists and stuff, designers, creators will all have all their stuff set out. It's really cool. We can go see a lot of local stuff. There's a sticker rally, which I assume you are buying stickers for a rally. You are not putting stickers into a rally, but I don't know. Show up and find out. And a blood drive.
So the same day as an Old World tournament, there will be blood.
Yes, there will be. Bring your own wood and then use it to kill someone. Yeah, we forgot to say that if you are an artist selling here and you don't make the appropriate amount of money, you will be donated to the Blood Bus, which is what it's called.
You'll be bludgeoned by the Wood Elf's wood.
Oh, yeah. So you can go to the blood drive.
That's a hot date right there.
That was, yeah, it's pretty good. Come out and buy some art. Well, first donate blood so that you are less cognizant of what you're doing, and then spend a bunch of money in supporting local artists.
That's true.
That's the best way to do it.
True.
And
we do sell like milk stouts and stuff in Gigabyte, so after you have your blood, you can go in and have a nice, milk stouty beer to replenish that blood and all that iron.
Yeah, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday. What else are you doing? And
what
you can watch
watch
the Old World tournament. It'll be really exciting at that point.
It will be like it's Halloween 1984, and you're back in your grandparents' basement playing D&D and drinking beer during the day.
Hey, hold on. I was negative 1 in 1984.
I was trying to go for a horror vibe.
Oh, okay. Drinking beer in your grandparents' basement in 1984. You snuck down like a Miller High Life or something. Yeah. You're like, oh yeah, this is gross. But
I've seen Stranger Things.
Yeah. So have most game designers and movie makers at this point, because we're just getting that all over again. Yeah. They're just like, hey, the 80s are back, kind of, sort of. They never went anywhere. That's all the events. Events are out of here.
Nice. Get out of here, Vince.
Gone.
Get out of here. Crumple that really loud.
They're gone. Oh, it actually hit.
The other thing we haven't noticed is obviously Thanksgiving is this month, so we will have our Thanksgiving sale. Thanks ribbing sale.
Thanks ribbing.
Thanks ribbing. I don't know. Eat ribs at Halloween. Do you eat ribs at Thanksgiving? I don't know. But we always have our sale every year. We don't announce anything to do with the sale until the day of the sale. So
surprise. It's a surprise Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We're the relative that shows up that you definitely didn't invite, but now shows up with like a weird significant other that they met like 8 years ago, and you're like, you're still alive?
We're the Beetlejuice sequel?
Yeah.
He just shows up, nobody wants him. He has a relative, and that he has a wife that nobody knows about.
Yeah, that movie was...
That movie was a movie that existed.
Yeah, that movie was weird. Beetlejuice was in it for like 20 minutes, maybe. Yeah, but I think that's kind of
good.
He wasn't in the original one that much
either. It's not really about him.
Yeah, no. Who is it about?
I think that's the problem. It's not really about anybody. There's some plot about a guy like taking his granddaughter and like bringing her to hell so he can change her life, and that just gets knocked out of it.
Yeah, and
halfway through the movie, it doesn't really matter anymore.
The whole Willem Dafoe plotline kind of just
doesn't do anything.
Stops at the end.
Hey, we always want to have Willem Dafoe. He's a wood elf bringer who brings his own wood.
Yeah,
but apparently he's not allowed to use it on set.
It scares everyone.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
True story. Google it.
That's a spooky story.
Don't Google that.
Don't Google that on the work computer. So I have. Speaking of Googling, I have some spooky laws, and I was thinking like in between the product stuff, I could mention some spooky laws. These are real things. Full disclosure: ChatGPT helped me find them. I know AI, it's horrible, the real spooky thing, but I also verified them in real. Ryan has written things on a sign, but I'm not doing the show with my glasses, so this is really hilarious. It's like just a blurry cue card has just shown up.
He says either edition is playable at the event.
Oh!
So it's going to be true chaos. Your DM could have whatever this edition is. Sixth?
Fifth?
Sixth? Fifth.
Well, fifth, 5e. They call it like 5.1 or something. I don't know. New D&D. And bring your second edition character.
Yes, you can have 5 and they can have 5.1. All I know is that if a meteorite is heading towards Earth and it's 0.1 off, it's hitting Earth.
Oh, is that true science?
I have no idea.
Oh, it sounded real. I believed
Thank you. You're welcome.
I wanted to yes and you. I didn't know where it was going.
I don't really know. I don't even know where it's going either. It had something to do about how the D&D is they're not quite going to meet.
If D&D was Armageddon, would you be a Deep Impact? That's our question. Answer that in the comments.
If D&D was an Armageddon,
people are going to think we drink before these shows, and we don't. Maybe we should. Maybe that would.
I have my cheeky fillet. Hey, look at me! I just demonetized this.
Oh no! We don't know what it pays for watching this. It'd be cool if we got monetized. Chick-fil-A sponsors. I don't think they will. They have a new. Have you seen the Chick-fil-A? We're going to drop the rules for a second. Have you seen the Chick-fil-A animated streaming network that is coming out?
No, but it sounds amazing.
It's a real thing. Chick-fil-A is producing animated cartoons that are obviously aimed at younger audiences that are going to be hosted on the Chick-fil-A media streaming service.
They're just doing this because the Catholic Church did it.
The Catholic Church with their weird anime girl avatar.
They're just trying to get on the bandwagon. Them Catholics, they're not going to get ahead of us. We're good, whatever the hell religion
everybody's
Chick-fil-A is.
Baptist?
They're not Baptist, are they?
I mean, it's born out of the South. That's going to be a Baptist, Methodist. I don't know. Before we offend anyone, we should probably say
they have delicious chicken. That's all I know, and delicious strawberry smoothies.
The fries are really good. I like the waffle fries.
I really love their banana pudding milkshake, but I cannot take the guilt.
I didn't know what happens to the.
It's like 800 calories.
Oh, I thought like they killed a baby when they made it or something.
Like 800 calories.
Like, I don't know. The guilt. Yeah, we punch this baby lamb every time you order one of these.
Why would you punch a baby lamb if you're having a banana pudding smoothie?
I don't know. I don't know what was guilty about it. I don't know. All right, so you want to know something that you can't do in Alabama on Halloween?
All right.
You can. You can't. There's a lot of answers to that I can't say because it's a family show. You can't dress up as a nun or a priest. You are not allowed to dress up as a clergy member. You can be fined $500 and jail time on Halloween if you dress up as a nun or a priest. And that includes like, oh, I'm the nun from blank horror
adding
movie.
a second reason to be arrested as a nun or a priest.
I
can say that. I'm Catholic.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. What happens if you are actually a priest and you go out on Halloween because you need some groceries or something, or you're still wearing your habit or whatever, and you go out and you get arrested and you're like, no, this is my costume, and they're like, yeah, it is Father McKinley, and then they just, I don't know, that cop was Irish in this, and then they just throw you in jail. Alabama, it's a wild place.
Did you know the toothbrush was invented in Alabama? True story. Yeah. It was invented anywhere else to be a toothbrush.
And that's the show.
That's the show. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Yeah. All right. Well, I've said a spooky thing. You want to talk about some of the stuff on camera?
Sure. We got stuff.
We got stuff. It's like really three things.
Only a day late in the Dark Shore.
What
we got?
We got Stormcast Eternals. So, if you know me, you know that I'm really excited. I already bought all of these, and they're falling all over the place. We got this is so the box set came out with Skaven. Skaven theoretically won. I know you cheated. And then they got to have all their stuff out first. Now this is all the new Stormcast models, so you can get them.
Wait, they won the story?
Yeah, they won in the story. So more people said that, oh, Skaven won in the game playing the box against each other. So Skaven got their releases a couple of weeks early. I kind of think it was already planned. Inside baseball, Skaven people have been waiting for new models a lot more than Stormcast people. We have 80,000 models.
You're telling me you weren't waiting with bated breath for the 7th or 8th version of a Lord Celestant?
I was not. Guess which? There's 2 boxes
Weird.
I didn't pick up, and that was one of them because I have so many Lord
But
Celestants.
instead of having Lord Celestant who has a hammer and a sword, or Lord Celestant who has a sword and a shield, you could now have a Lord Celestant who can have either.
Wow. What's the difference in their weapon profile? It's nothing.
No
It's
idea.
the same. It just says like hallowed weapons or something.
Oh.
So, but if you're playing in the Path to Glory League, which is still going on to Gigabytes, these are really cool guys to have if you don't have one, because you can kit bash a whole bunch of stuff onto them. They have a whole lot of neat little
They
extra
have
things
great
on them.
kits. I like this guy, the Lord Terminus. I never heard of him before.
He's the one who, when Stormcast fight so much they turn into thunder golems and become soulless, he has to take them out. He's like the anti-Stormcast.
I thought that was the
Stormcast.
Executioner. They had a guy for that.
That's Iriden the Witness. It's basically these guys are. They show up and go, hey, you don't know what you are anymore. You're just a monster and you're scaring the children. Time to lay down and die forever.
All Stormcasts are debt company, and these are chaplains.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah. Yeah, somebody 6 years ago said Stormcast weren't grimdark enough, and ever since Games Workshop has been like, oh,
Where was that guy? And he had like a skull mask, like
Lord Relictor.
Yeah, I thought he was the guy who did that.
Now, he captures their souls in his dead guy on a stick, and then he can bring them back in case they can't reach Sigmar. Ask
Why
me
do you
more Stormcast questions.
Why doesn't the Lord Relictor team up with Lord Terminus and just put those souls, like kind of like drip them into the guy who's now a stone golem?
Well, they kind of do, but eventually the souls are like the little guy following him around. They fought the Reclusians, which is the chamber. They're followed around by their ancestors who remind them, like, hey, remember you're a good guy? You don't need to kill all the people just because they thought about Nurgle. It's okay, buddy.
Go back like 6 years. Which one of these guys is Felix?
The Celestin Prime, I think.
Yeah, no.
In the new book, they heavily imply that it's Felix.
Celestin's Prime is Felix from Gotrek and Felix.
They heavily imply that
don't
it's
believe
one of the greatest warriors of old that was reforged, but only Sigmar and Lord Bastion knows his name. I'd say the new Battle Tome, which is right here available at gigabytesonline.com, really implies, I think, that he is supposed to be Felix, reforged.
Really?
I think so.
If I didn't want to sell this so badly, I would open the plastic and read it.
Well, I'll go get mine, and you can just read that one. Yeah, because you should know there's not a ton of this stuff in the store. Somebody bought a whole bunch of it, and then there's a bunch more that got pre-registered. So if you're looking for this,
it sells out fast. This stuff always goes up on pre-order a week beforehand, and Saturdays, and it sells out pretty quickly.
So whether you like Stormcast on big birds or Stormcast on little birds, whatever your bird Stormcast combination.
Your bird preference. So this guy is this is his name, Iriden the Witness.
Yeah, Iriden the Witness.
Witness me.
They're pretty cool. They are, fun fact, they are the first canonically non-binary Warhammer character. No one knows anything about Iriden except that they were the first to ever kill another Stormcast out of mercy. They were brought in this big trial, and then Sigmar was like, well, it's kind of a necessary evil, so you're in charge of it now, this horrible thing that broke your soul to do. I'm going to put you in charge of it forever.
Your punishment is now you have to do it. But you can also just make a Lord Vigilant on a Morgriff.
Who kind of has a cooler looking weapon, I think. I like the big glaive, so I'm going to probably try to kit bash mine together. If you're playing with your friends,
and you're telling me Celestin Prime is not Karl Franz when they're just going to literally take Deathclaw and rename it Morgriff.
Yeah.
Mor being the god of death.
Because I think I don't know. Karl Franz, the thing is you can still play the guy on Griffin that is Karl Franz.
Yeah, but that's just a guy.
Yeah, he's just a free general. But all his armor says Karl Franz on it still, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, maybe he's Karl's all about his friends.
We have gotten into some real deep thing for people who came here for the D&D book. That's the hashtags that are bringing you in.
Nobody's coming here for anything.
Get some Stormcast. There's 5 of you watching. Like and subscribe. Like a thing.
We've gone through 40s. You haven't given any more of your laws.
Oh no! Let's give another one of my laws. Hey, guess what? In Virginia, in Chesapeake, Virginia, trick-or-treaters over 14 can be fined or even jailed. So also, all Halloween has to be done by 8 p.m. or you face jail time. Chesapeake, Virginia is not friendly to trick-or-treaters.
No.
They don't want that one scene where the older bully shows up and then takes your candy and then you go on a wild adventure. Did that happen too many times? Maybe.
Didn't like witch trials happen in Virginia a lot?
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't want it to happen again.
Yeah, a lot of these are from the area where they used to burn people for dumb stuff. I mean,
so far in the first stream, there's a theme in backwards thinking.
Yeah. You mean like you can't hide behind a gravestone in New York?
I have a problem with that.
That's a real one.
I have a problem with that. I've seen many a movie where people are at a gravesite and someone is watching them from far away. What is he hiding behind?
Well, it's trick photography. They put the gravestone up close, and then they have the guy really far away. So you're like, oh, he's hiding.
Yeah.
I think this is only enforced if you were just like, there's a cop who just really hates you, and he just follows you around. He waits for you to tie your shoe behind a gravestone, and he's like, get on the ground!
That's Maniac Cop.
Yeah. It's Judge Dredd on Deep Space Nine.
What's this guy?
Those are new guys on birds.
Oh,
if
more
you didn't
guys
have enough, it's Paladors.
Oh, more Paladors. What, they just resculpt them?
Well, so the other ones were Vanguard Paladors, like the Scout guys. These are the Warrior Chamber Palador. I know, I can't actually put my glasses just way up my nose on this one. These guys are like the heavier armored ones, so they're slower. They're
This
shot
guy
cavalry.
is so meta. His helmet has a built-in beard helmet.
Yeah.
Like, he literally has a helmet.
It's a beard protector.
Yeah.
It's like the hairmet from Scrubs that protects your hairstyle. But you want your beard to be covered up in there. So, yeah, more Stormcast on birds and War Scroll cards. Now they're tiny. Now they're, like, really little. They're like little cards. Also, they're not, like, sealed. I just was like, oh, you can just open these up and look at them. So if you're curious, put your spectacles on, because some of these things are...
Whoa.
Yeah.
Some small writing.
Yeah, some of the ones where they're double-sided, it's kind of like... But you know what? I will say this. The Age of Sigmar app is actually pretty good. And if you bought the book, you already have the code for all the stuff in there. So...
Nice.
Yeah, the cards are pretty cool
Yeah,
when
Stormcasts
you're
are
playing.
here.
Yeah, Stormcasts are here.
Stormcasts are here. I did just see our new releases shipped today, so they should be here tomorrow for whatever the new release is.
I don't know what the new
Really
release
bad
is.
right now. I did look at it this morning.
While David finds that out, I'm going to tell you another spooky law. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
Okay, so let's see. That's the best one. This is a pretty good one. I don't know how to say it. Vendegrace, France? Maybe? It's French, so you forget half the word.
Renegade, yeah.
Venegay, France. A town in France. You're supposed to be looking stuff up.
I found it.
Oh, well, that was fast. And in France, if you were in that town, you cannot wear a clown costume if you were over 12. Apparently, there were too many creepy clown sightings. I actually looked this up. Do you remember when there was all those clown sightings going on in America?
Yeah.
This town apparently had the same problem.
That's why I had this conversation the other day. I used to love horror movies when I was a kid. I used to love them. I used to watch them all the time. The gorier and the grosser, the better. I mean, man, I watched Zombie over and over and over. I can't do this when I'm older. I'm trying to work up the courage to watch Terrifier. Right? It terrifies me. But the problem is, like Game of Cracks, it doesn't seem so far... the problem is these days, none of that stuff seems so far-fetched anymore. So, giant killer clown walking around murdering the crap out of people?
Yeah, so I'll tell you...
Not that far-fetched.
Here, Terrifier 1, not really supernatural until the end, very much feels like it could happen. Terrifier 2 takes a definite, like, Stephen King level of supernatural in, and it starts getting kind of a little bizarre at the very... The ending is an insane thing that I cannot describe any aspect of.
I'm going to have Wikipedia, so I know what happens. Yeah, we can't talk about it.
Yeah, the ending of Terrifier 2 is like, all right. I haven't seen the third one because I don't know. I've heard it's good, but also it's a lot of special effects stuff.
It's now in the movies.
Story stuff.
So the release coming out this week, that just shipped, is actually the Combat Patrol Blood Angels. So Blood Angel release. And then I guess the novel, it must be a novel, it's The Rise of the Dark Mechanicum, which sounds kind of awesome.
Oh, that's a Horus Heresy novel, right?
It says L-I. Oh, Legion Imperialis. Actually, sorry, no, it's Legion Imperialis, The Rise of the... It must be the book. And then the Mechanical Army, Mechanical Battle Group for Legion Imperialis, Manufactorum Imperialis Sector, which I guess is terrain, it's $185. Ooh. And Horus Heresy Mechanicum Dice. So it's the Mechanicum forces for Legion Imperialis and a Combat Patrol for Blood Angels.
Cool. I've seen a lot of cool kit bashes where people take the Blood Angels and then use the Prosecutor wings from Stormcast instead of the Blood Angel wings and make them look like...
Yeah, well, those new Sanguinian Guard are horrible because they're super cool, and then they have tiny little, like, prodigial wings.
Yeah, I don't know what the wings are... Yeah. Is it a jetpack? Is that what it's supposed to be? Like, just a jet? Well, then why doesn't it look more like a jetpack?
Well, it's a jetpack, and then the wings are stuck to the jetpack. Instead of them being big, glorious wings.
It blew my mind when I was a kid and I realized that all the Space Marines didn't have jetpacks. Because they looked like jetpacks. Yeah. The vent things. I thought all my little Chaos Space Marine plastic set could all fly. And I was like, this is so cool. It turns out they just help them breathe and stuff. Hey, are you trying to sell a house in New York?
Oh, yes, I am.
Is it haunted?
Not. No.
Well, that's good. Because if it is haunted, you have to disclose that to the person buying. And if they can legally prove they met a ghost afterwards, they can sue you and have you buy back the house. Now, this has literally never happened.
But if you disclose that, hey, there's a ghost in this house, and then they buy the house and they see the ghost, why would they sue you? You didn't hide anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you disclose it, they're fine.
Oh,
they bought
okay,
it with
okay.
a ghost. It's like saying, oh, there's water damage in the basement. Oh, there's a spooky Victorian girl that cries in the upstairs toilet. But if you don't tell...
You could literally be like, hey, there's a ghost, I charge them rent. And then, like, they buy the house and it's like, I'm going to charge rent. It's like, yeah, but they never pay.
Yeah. Their bill is astronomical. Or should we say astrological? Ethereal? I don't know. There's some good Agatha jokes here, but I don't want to spoil stuff for the show. So go watch it. It was pretty good.
Anyway, what else we got? What's this?
Yeah. Speaking of Agatha, look at that segue you did there. Here's a bunch of characters that you don't know that I like from the Marvel Crisis Protocol.
This is a theme to Crisis Protocol. Here's a lot of stuff you don't know of that I love.
Oh, well, okay, so Phil knows what to pick out of the shelf for me to talk about on the show today. No, this is perfectly timed for Halloween. It's the Monsters Unleashed. So this is, it's Dracula, who is actually Dracula. It's Frankenstein, who used to have a name in the comics, but now they just call him Monster Frankenstein. Werewolf by Night, who, from the Disney special Werewolf by Night, which was really awesome, yeah. And the mummy, whose name I completely forgot. It's something the living mummy. He's like
It's literally living mummy.
Yeah.
Frankenstein's monster, Werewolf by Night, and Dracula. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like, if you want to play, there's some really cool scenery kits that are coming out, or maybe have come out, that are like all Dracula's throne room and stuff. So if you like the spooky side of Marvel, I don't know how they play on the table. I'm kind of excited. I might try to just buy this box, because I like Werewolf by Night, and I like Dracula.
I like the Dracula model. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was kind of saying, like,
I am a fan of vampires. I am dressed as a vampire today.
It's true.
Yes. Energy vampire.
Oh, call it mockery. So yeah, Monsters Unleashed is out. I don't think there was a price on there, but you should pick this up if you're interested, because I don't think there's a ton.
No.
And it's Marvel Crisis Protocol is always a fun game to play. I like it a lot.
Nice.
All right, I got one more, I think, and then we're gonna go to. I've kind of done all the fun ones. There's a lot of these are like, don't wear a mask and shoot a guy in Kentucky. Well, okay. I think really the second part of that is probably the scary thing. I was going to say, so you can't saran wrap a toilet in Canada. In some parts of Canada, pranks are prohibited on Halloween. So, like, if you do a prank on Halloween specifically, like egging a house, throwing toilet paper.
In Canada?
Yeah, in Canada.
Well, that's because they're so polite up there.
It's very rude.
They can't do trick or treat. So say, treat or treat.
You can trick or treat, but, like, your neighbor is either next to you or 700 miles away. And also a moose.
Yeah.
So, it's hard to do that kind of thing. They're like, trick or treat, please. Hey.
Oh, sorry, kid. I just have these Reese's cups.
We've lost our Canadian audience. Oh, no. One sad guy in Quebec just clicks right now off of it. I'm going to watch
he's in Quebec. He doesn't speak English.
His viewer thing. Yeah, we don't do this in French. As by me trying to say that name, you already know. So there's a spooky thing. You know what's another game, though, that I love to play, that we already talked about on the show? I'm trying to get this segue into the other thing that's on the counter.
Are you a Wood Elf player?
What?
Are you a Wood Elf player?
No, I'm trying to talk about the D&D book.
Oh, sure.
It's in front of us. It's right here. The new DM's guide is out. So I've got the super special edition cover right here, the regular one as well, and I think they're still the same price. Yeah, the same price. So
yeah,
I
$49.99.
don't know why you wouldn't pick up the really cool special cover. I don't understand that.
I get it. If you have a whole collection of the one with the little red thing on top and you want it to match,
I guess.
Like I am someone that if I buy a limited edition, I will always buy the limited edition. But if I ever miss like a limited edition, I will only ever buy the standards because it won't match otherwise.
I guess.
So it's an all or nothing game.
To me, it kind of feels like if I can get the special edition for free, I'm going to go ahead and get the special edition for free for the same price, because then it's like, ooh, I got away with something. I got the cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's super, super great. They've done a great job on these new covers. The player handbook was like 3 weeks ago, maybe?
Yeah.
4 weeks ago?
Yeah. And there was a video for it somewhere. I don't want to put it in the video, but there's a video somewhere.
Another DM guide is out, so that's pretty cool.
And we'll have another, Phil is going to sit down and do another video where he talks about the differences. Because this is one, out of all the 3 books, this is the one that most people don't buy if they don't feel like they need it, because it's for the person running the game. So why would I want this if I've been running games for 20 years? So he's going to explain to you why, because there's some pretty cool things in here. I did really like, I glanced through it. A lot of it now is more of how to play the game with your players versus at them. Like, instead of going, you go in this dungeon, this happens, and this happens, it's kind of like figuring out what people want out of the game and really putting the DM as part of the game versus the omnipresent god trying to kill them, which is a good way to play the game with people. We've all had that DM that's like, you guys all died, I'm going to total player kill your characters. And it's like, this is not a fun story or experience for anyone. Why are we doing this?
You had that person once.
Yeah. I've had a couple of those where I'm just kind of like, I had an Adventures League at DragonCon that I paid for, and the guy was like, let's see if you survive. And it's like, God, this sucks.
But there'll be none of that this weekend at the Extra Life event.
No. Yeah, because that's D&D should be fun. So yeah, you can go get
our D&D crew is incredible. Like, every Wednesday night, it's like packed house. I mean, 15, 16 tables or something like that. Some insane amount. So.
Hey, you know that part of the show where I try to get you to commit to something on air?
Yeah, so
yeah.
You're trying to make me commit to something?
What if we put together a little one-shot D&D thing? Would you play D&D with the crew up here on audio, like with like sound effects and stuff?
I just cast Fireball. But you're a barbarian. I cast Fireball.
I brought my Fireball from home. Opens a bottle of Fireball whiskey, just starts knocking it back.
I cast Iron Pan.
I cast Fist. I think you should consider it. Let us know if you want to see David play D&D. We'll do a celebrity D&D game.
Put a poll on it.
We'll put. We already did the Willem Dafoe section.
Then maybe a German and maybe a Swedish person. Okay.
We both went different ways with that joke.
They're not all diamonds. I'm sorry.
Okay. So.
We only have a few of these left, by the way. These are almost gone. I had ordered 48 or 50 or something of these. So we ordered less. As you said, not everybody buys a DM guide, so we always order less of these, and then we do the player guide. Definitely ordered like over 100 player guides. So I ordered like 50 limited, 48 limited, and then maybe like 24 regulars.
And by the time you watch this...
Yeah. There's maybe like 5 of these left right now.
Yeah.
Including this one.
This could be your copy, except yours. Ryan was actually going to ask if he could buy it. So
there's 4 left.
This might not be your copy.
There's 4 left. By the time you read this message, it'll be gone.
It'll be gone. Just like dust in the wind. Do you
Just
have
like all of us on Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Well.
Like sand in the wind. I think we should wrap this up. Look, we got a timer that tells us we're doing things. We're doing well. Do you want to wrap it up with another couple of spooky laws?
Let's go.
All right. This one's for Dublin, Georgia. It applies kind of to you and kind of to me, but in different directions, because Dublin, Georgia. Dublin's in Ireland, if you don't know what that means. It's also in Georgia, and it's where Honey Boo Boo lives. I know that. I drove by their house one time. Not like in a weird way. I was rerouted going through, and I was like, oh, like Honey Boo Boo's house. So you can't wear masks in Dublin, Georgia, but you also cannot wear hoods for Halloween or any time at all. So, like, I guess if it's raining, you just have to get... It's like, boy, this hoodie would be really convenient, but I'm in Dublin, Georgia. And
it seems like an uncomfortable history has caused that.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have let off with that one. Yeah. How about this? Are you in a graveyard in Scotland? Are you feeling sleepy? Are you feeling a little tuckered out? You better not lay down. Because if you lay down in Scotland, it's illegal to lie down in a graveyard, even as a Halloween prank or ghostly photo shoot. I like that they specify even as a prank. Like that would somehow validate.
Just in case someone again mistakes you for the Undead Rising. Just like last time.
Yeah, it was originally...
What's the vampire one?
It was designated to prevent people from lounging in cemeteries. Was that a big enough problem?
Maybe that's why you're not allowed to stand behind them in New York either, so you can't lounge.
We need more third locations. I go home, I go to work, I go lounge in a cemetery, and they took it away from me.
Hey man, I've seen Return of the Living Dead. They actually literally have a little mini rave in a cemetery. Look what happened there.
I like to go lounge in the Pet Cemetery. Drive up to Maine. Where all
go to Maine. I'll go to Massachusetts. I'll go to Salem. I can go to Salem's Lot. You can go to Maine.
All right.
Yeah, we'll venture around.
I got a bucket of hamsters I just put in there. I'm making trouble for everybody at Salem and there. Which one? The vampire one? Oh, the vampires Romania. Yeah. In Transylvania, you cannot dig up graves or disturb remains. Which I kind of feel like
no grave robbing there.
Yeah,
fine everywhere else, but not in Transylvania.
That's this is one I actually know. We'll do the 2 last ones because there's one on there that I actually know is a real law. The first one is you cannot have your cats outdoors in Italy on All Saints Day on November 1st because you can't have black lats from roaming around freely because A, to protect the cats, and B, because of superstition that made it into a law. A lot of these are laws that got made when we were going, she's a witch if she doesn't float, and if she drowns, she wasn't a witch. And that was the logic behind a lot of these things.
Makes sense.
So they kind of just hang out. This is a real law. In Japan, if you are around a shrine or anywhere like that, you cannot talk about ghosts, yokai, negative energy, anything like that. It's considered not only disrespectful, but it disrupts the pure energy of that shrine.
I believe that one.
Yeah.
I believe that one.
So it's like if you dress, and also I'm not sure about this, but I think I remember being told that like if you dress as a ghost in Japan, it's considered like kind of like a faux pas. Like if you just do like the white sheet and you're like, I'm a spooky guy. They're like, no, don't.
That's my grandma.
Don't do that. Yeah, you're disrupting the energy of this mall.
Well, there you have it. Ghostly entertainment here on this Halloween.
Yeah. So I think to wrap up, we can say don't grave rob. It's illegal in some places, and I'm pretty sure everywhere else.
And don't fall asleep in a graveyard, or you will be mistaken for the undead.
Don't fall asleep while grave robbing behind a tombstone.
Yeah, if you're going to grave rob, just finish it. Just
go fast. Oh, we put that on tape now, so I don't.
But be warned, you can't wear a hood.
Don't worry. Yeah, if it's raining, sorry, bring a parasol for your grave robbing. That's what you gotta have. All right.
Shade will keep you cool so you don't fall asleep.
Yeah. Don't fall asleep in the rain too, because then if you drown, I'm sure there's a rule about dying in a graveyard.
See, all these laws are intermixed.
It's too many laws, but it's Halloween, so get out there. By the way, Halloween is literally the worst possible day for traffic at rush hour in Atlanta, so starting whenever you watch this video until tomorrow, please be very careful. If you're driving around neighborhoods, there's kids and stuff, like, watch out when you're driving, and, all that kind of stuff. Have a safe and happy Halloween. We're going to go get gorged on candy and then pass out behind a gravestone somewhere.
I'll finish my monkey shake.
Let's do it. So thanks for watching the Rambles. Like and subscribe. Subscribe?
Bye-bye.
Surprise.
Surprise.
We'll see you next time. Bye.